At purple belt level, they're starting to learn these wrist locks, arm bars and stuff, and hopefully ways to kind of control their partner and throw and release them, get them away from you after you've got them under control. We practice the forward rolls and the side and backward falls as ways to prepare and learn our escape when we're the person getting flipped or flung. Another one is a flip fall. And that's really sounds scary, and it's not really something we're gonna try to do a whole lot of. It's not anything that's going to be required for them to test. It's not going to be a tape that's going to be on their belt, but it is something we're going to practice in class. So I want you to have an understanding of what it's like, and if you've got a real thick, cushy mat for your student to practice with at home, then I would suggest go ahead and let them practice under your eye and your guidance. I wouldn't want to let them just try this alone, because I don't prefer anybody flipping anywhere without some guidance and someone watching them. In class, we'll practice this starting from the knees, especially if you're an adult. I understand flipping and falling is not easy on the body, so I'm not going to do it unless I've got something real cushy to do it on. And I'll give you different versions here that are a little bit easier on you, so as you're learning it, you can kind of build up the courage, build up the technique a little bit to get it down. All right, from the knees, it's not a side roll necessarily that I'm going to do. That might be the easiest way to kind of explain it. It's a side roll that just happens while you're in the air. You're airborne. So there's the flip part. It's not a forward flip, not a backward flip. It's going sideways. All right. The tricky part is I want to get my feet and my knees up over my head here in this circle, in this line. Okay. From the knees, that's going to be near impossible to do, but we can kind of get a softer version of that here. So if I'm going to swing over here, I'm going to swing to my left. Since I'm on this corner of it, I'm going to go that way. I'm going to swing to my left. My left arm, I want it to come up. I'm going to cross it and kind of make like a knife hand with it, because that's the arm as I land. That's the arm that's going to slap the pad, and that's the leg that'll be out there straight. When you're doing this and you're preparing it with the full flip, it'll be like those two limbs go flat, and this knee stays bent, kind of tucked behind that foot. So from my knee position, I'll get my left arm across, and that's the way I'm going to swing my hips. I want to go flat. All right, I want to try to make everything land at the same time. That's from the knees. That's kind of the easiest way for us to get going. Then from the feet, it's hard to learn this by yourself, so we'll do this with partners, and some of it might be as simple as I get to hold on to my partner's belt. All right, since my left hand, I'm going to swing again over my left side, so my left hand's going to be the one that slaps. That's not the hand I want grabbing. I want my right hand grabbing, so my left hand's free. Same type of thing. You can do this a couple ways. I've tried it this way, where I swing one leg up that direction and try to do it. It just doesn't work so easy. I'm not the most gifted at this flip fall. It's not something I really enjoy doing, but it's something I understand the importance of as you practice these wrist locks and wrist maneuvers a little bit more. It's important to learn how to do this safely with someone in case they throw you here instead of throw you for a distance, right? So it makes it easier for me if I just jump both feet at the same time. All right. Again, remember, I want to try to bring my feet and my legs up in this kind of line, and then make them over here a little bit to the side, because they're going to land at an angle over here. But I've got a hold of my partner's belt here. I'm not trying to pull him down with me. I'm just trying to use this as a focal point. Okay. Then I'll go over here to my left, swing around, and land. That gets scary, and this is the reason I don't want people practicing this without guidance or tutelage, because I don't want you landing on your neck. So if you're the helper, and you're maybe helping your student practice, if you have something like this set up at home, a big cushy pad or trampoline might work well, whatever too. If they're holding on to you, then you should be ready to kind of help guide their head around too, for safety, making sure that their head isn't what lands here first. All right, I want them to get comfortable with this flip, but I want them to do it in safety, in a safe way where they're not endangering themselves. Okay, the other way of doing this would be we get to the point where we're doing it from the wrist lock. So this flip ball will happen from the number 2 wrist lock that we practice, where he releases me here, and he's got my arm, my elbow bent at this angle here, All right, the nice way of doing this, if I'm doing it with a partner and I'm being real nice, would be the round step back and pull them sideways so they kind of do that side fall, a slap fall from the side. The mean way of doing this same exact move right here would be I make my circle real small, I don't round step back at all, and I make a circle where they're going to drop right down here. All right, that's for the person here that's getting attacked. The guy I grabbed onto him, that's his way of finishing it, putting a finish to it. And in a self-defense moment, that's fine. He won't have to worry about me after that because I'll be too sore from landing on my neck, or I'll be done. I'll be out. But for my practice of learning how to fall, let him practice that technique that same way. And for me, falling properly, this flip fall is the way I'm practicing. So he gets me there, he starts kind of torquing my shoulder a little bit that way, and while he's doing that, I'm feeling that, so I have to go. My body has to go this way. And I'll land. All right, the goal being that I want my hand and my foot to land at the same time. All he's doing is keeping hold of me while I'm going around him. So if we practice this in class, we'll practice it probably from the knees first. We might practice it from this direction second. That way I've got a hold of them and I can help them guide around. I can either maybe keep a hand out there for the head too to make sure they're not going down on their head first. And then the last way would be maybe to let them grab on me and try it themselves without any help. That's the flip fall. It's a little scary, but something we're going to work on trying to get familiar with, whether or not we master it or not. I just want them to have a basic understanding of it. That's purple belt.